Mark Morell is here, aka Mr. Pothole. He was on last week, I think it was, Mark, telling us how you're challenging one particular local authority for not fixing some potholes, and a lot of people took you up on the offer to get in touch with you.
Yeah, good morning, Mike.
Morning.
One in, one out. That sounds like some pothole repairs, you know. Fill one in and the next thing it's out, you know.
Absolutely right. It's the same policy.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tony Smith, I think, get him to be on the common sense cabinet that I suggested.
Well, I mean, put him in charge of the border force, for heaven's sake. That's what he used to do.
No, it's not a border force, it's a border service.
Yes.
It's no force.
Of course.
A bit like the police service. Went from a police force to a police service. Now look at it. But don't get me on that, Mike.
No. Tell us about the pothole revolution.
So I've issued 3 formal complaints. One to National Highways.
Yeah.
One to West Northamptonshire Council and one to Oxfordshire Council. That's the first starts of the legal proceedings. I have to give them a chance to respond. I've had an acknowledgement from West Northamptonshire, not heard anything from National Highways. Last time I had to issue a Section 1 notice to the then Chief Executive, Jim O'Sullivan. So Nick Harris could be getting one in the next few weeks if I don't get any joy with it. But it's even getting worse than that. I've had to repeatedly, every year, report dangerous vegetation on a roundabout close to Silverstone. That means that it's dangerous for people to come out. I mean, who's doing their inspections? I mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking that I need to map myself into an AI drone, fix it in all vehicles, and just inundate them and start issuing legal notices, automate the service, because it's appalling.
Well, this is it. I mean, there's particular problems with things like that, which are actually really dangerous. I mean, a number of times I drive around and you come across, a corner where you're supposed to turn right and you can't see around it because there's some overgrown bush there, which the council is supposed to keep a track of, but they claim, oh, we haven't got any money for that, so we've had to let go of the landscape gardeners, or, a sign that's got a tree covering it, so you can't actually see what the sign says. I mean, all kinds of things like that, which are not being looked after properly.
Yeah, but having a lack of money is not a legal defence when it comes to maintaining the road safely, which is part of my argument. Let's talk of Oxfordshire. They've just resurfaced some roads, great. But it's been weeks now, and they haven't put the road markings back in.
Right.
Now, it can take a couple of weeks, I accept that, but you are supposed to, the same day or the very next working day, put in place road markings that are strategic at junctions that are dangerous. And they can't even do that, Mike. And in fact, when we get off the television and radio today, I'm going to be making a number of complaints about some of these sections of road. Getting back to the notices, yes, I've had a number of your listeners and viewers contact me. I've sent them the complete guide to what they need to do to start the process, and they, very kindly sent me photographs. A couple of them, yes, that it wasn't worth pursuing it because I didn't think you'd make the test, but the others have. So we're on that bandwagon. We'll just keep a watch on what happens there with these authorities. As I said, my dream is by next National Raw Day, the 16th of June next year, it would be fantastic if we actually issued legal notices against every highways authority in England and Wales.
Yeah.
And then the government would realise that we ain't putting up with this anymore.
No, they've got to do something about it, haven't they? Because, as you say, I mean, there's bits of the country that they're fixing up, and once they do it, you can say, oh, we can actually see that they can do it. It's just that they can't do it everywhere.
Well, yeah, but I've seen a village that I was going to sort of get some trials done of that road patch that I mentioned, but yesterday I visited it, and they've done some jet patching. Right, that's great for sort of keeping the roads ticking over, but there's already a sign of failure of the work because they've never done the underlying work in the first place. So, it's like plastering over something that's not sound in the first place.
Exactly.
I despair really what it is. I was thinking of coming up with a complete... I did do guidelines and advice to the Transport Select Committee. I was thinking of drawing something up and presenting it and seeing if there's any political party that might be interested, because I'm sure there's one out there that actually would want to do something about it. Maybe not the 2 main parties, because they've proven themselves, and I don't play their games anymore. I've been through those loops. More direct action, and you might see more direct action from me because I'm getting really angry.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Mark, thanks very much indeed. A lot of people feel the same way. Mark Morell there, aka Mr. Pothole, campaigning again to put pressure on these local authorities, now legal pressure, to actually force them into fixing potholes, because they're so damaging to your car, to your other vehicles. They're dangerous for cyclists, dangerous for motorcyclists as well. Absolutely ridiculous.